Alesia Lani. She's one of my favorite people to watch perform. I saw her perform, like I said, a couple months ago. So yeah, hands down, one of my favorite people. And so they always, yeah, I know.
Mama, you was at Amazon, okay?
Yeah. So do you feel like your sound now, because your sound now is like, like what you know about it is a way different sound.
Look, quarantine hit. I had a bottle of tequila right here, and I had like 3 pre-rolls, like right here, ready. And you know how many, girl, you know how many ounces I've smoked since then? He was like, when do you start your physical therapy? And he was like, a week. And he was like, all right, because you're doing ACL this year. I'm like, what? So I had to tear my ACL just to get on ACL.
What are you waiting on?
Because I told you, I don't want to start something and then that's not finished. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because if I start that, then I'm going to run with that. And if we're not done with this, then I'm just going to say, fuck that. And then I'm going to want to do that.
Oh my God. Oh, I love you. Oh my God.
No, real shit.
Welcome to the Concert Queen Connect. I'm so excited today to have one of my friends, and I haven't gotten to see you in so long, Miss Alesia Lani. Say hello.
What up, people?
So we're here. We've got a tall glass of whiskey and mezcal.
Yes.
But how have you been? So I haven't seen you. I saw you at Empire. Was that your like first show back, or had you been performing before then?
Before that, I did have a performance in the Domain.
Oh yeah.
They had these little open little shows like on the sidewalks and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We had shows on the sidewalk and shit.
Yes, you can curse. This is a very, this is just, you're in my, we're here.
Okay.
But
yeah, we did that. And then we had, but it was just an acoustic. And like, honestly, me and Billy, we've been doing acoustics all 2020.
Really?
2020 because of the corona. So we would just do little acoustics here and there.
Yeah.
Live streamed.
You did the live streams too?
I did some live stream stuff.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Was it? It's what I've heard that from everyone.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's so impersonal. I would just invite people to come over. Like,
would you still?
Yeah. I just be like, hey, you know, if you've been over here, like people that's already been at my house, like, yo, I got like some snacks, like just come sit in here while I sing so I can have some kind of normality.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's interesting. Because everyone that I've talked to has been like, it's just weird. Like it's not, I don't know, between like Tamika Jones and everyone, Maylot did ACL, like from a distance too. And so you actually did ACL, right? Like was it 2019?
Yeah, I did.
So it was a big.
That shit was live.
Yeah, exactly. That was live. So it was like a big difference. So what was that like, that whole experience? Then all of a sudden now you're in like lockdown.
It was weak. It was really awesome. But then lockdown came and it just, because I was on tour at that point.
Yeah. So you were on tour like right with like internationally, and you were doing something before all the lockdown. I was listening to one of your other podcasts and you were talking about that whole experience.
We were in Thailand from the end of January to beginning of February, I think. We were out there we were gone for 10 days. We were in Asia. And it was only like 3 cases in Thailand when we were there. Yeah.
So did you know like how crazy it had kind of spread in...
I knew I knew everything was fine until it got to the United States of America. I don't mean to laugh. It's just, we a hot mess. It just spread like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how like, you know, it all did, of course, everywhere. But man, I knew once it got here, it wasn't going to be no good.
Yeah.
You know?
So during that time, did you kind of like sit down and were you like, I'm just going to work on songwriting, or were you like, I'm just going to try to pivot and try something else? Like, what is it that you were really doing during that time?
I definitely wanted to be a hermit finally.
Really? You said finally?
Yeah. I've been asking to be one for a minute.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I just wanted to just sit and just create, like just be able to get that time and space because, you know, as an artist, when I was doing shows all the time and this and that, I was also a wife, a mom, like, you know, everything in between. So I wanted to find more balance and consistency with making more music. And plus I've grown so much since the last time I had released anything. So
yeah,
I was ready for this. I was like, I actually enjoyed it. I embraced it.
Wow. So let's take it back. So like the very beginning, I know you're originally from Missouri.
Right.
And came here.
Show me state.
Came here to Austin.
When I was 4 years old, yes.
So I feel like you still like, but you claim like Missouri. Is all your family still there? Or
I mainly claim Texas because I grew here, but I also go back all the time to go visit.
Really?
Yeah. I was just there in January. Aww. And then before that, last summer, we're probably going to go back this summer. Yeah.
And so your family's still there and everyone. How are they doing good?
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. Yeah, they're doing good.
That's awesome.
As best as we can. You know what I'm saying? With everything. So, you know, with COVID.
All the things. So then you get to Austin, and then when did you start singing and kind of getting into that whole, were you always singing, or was that something you kind of like, you're like, oh, I have this beautiful voice? Well, and so for those of y'all that are not familiar with Alesia Lani, she's one of my favorite people to watch perform. I saw her perform, like I said, a couple months ago. So yeah, hands down, one of my favorite people.
Thank you.
But how did you, I mean, just like you said, discover music, or were you always involved in it, or how did that whole evolution happen?
My mom said when I was a kid, I was always just in tune with music. And when I got into school, as soon as I was old enough to be in talent shows, I was in the talent shows and everything. So I was just always involved in anything that had to do with music, dancing. I even stepped in school. Stepped, really? Yeah. Can you show us some stuff? No, oh my God, girl, super loud. Like super loud.
It's a whole vibe. I went to school in Mobile, Alabama. And so I used to go, some of my teammates were pledging, is it Delta? So I used to go with them.
Yeah.
Would go with them, and then I think it was the Deltas, right? So they were like,
that's what I wanted to be if I went to like a college with the fraternities.
My best friend, like that was what she was like determined to be. She's like, I'm gonna be a Delta.
Yeah, and I can't see myself being an AKA, and the colors.
Yeah, see the
AKA, not my color scheme.
So the AKAs is like the pink. For those of y'all that aren't familiar, Deltas is like the red and white, and these girls, just the presence that they had,
dominant.
I mean, being like, I mean, I'm from San Antonio. Like we didn't have, like we had sororities at our college, but like there was like the AKAs, there was like an AKA chapter, but then there was Deltas out South Alabama. So I would go with my teammates to go see like, it was just a different culture. Yeah. Because, I'm coming from San Antonio where it's predominantly Mexican. So
Little Mexico, La Havana. That's what I call San Antonio, La Havana.
It is, but it's very sheltered in that sense. Like, I grew up in that area. So then going there, it was like predominantly white, predominantly black. So, you had the like white sororities that were at our school, and then like the AKAs.
There's a white sorority?
All the white sororities, yeah.
I've never seen a white sorority.
Really? There's tons of them.
I saw it in a movie one time.
Really?
No, not
what, like Step Up? Or is that the one with like Gabrielle Union and Kirsten Dunst?
No, it's the one with the girl, Nature.
That's the cheerleaders.
Naturi, the one from Power. It's called Step something. It's on Netflix. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch this shit.
Well, I got to see it. So we didn't have, we were like our own little basketball, you have your basketball team, like that's our sorority. But then I started, so I would go, like, so my best friend at the time she's from Memphis. So she like gave me my background. Shout out Veronica. I love you. But yeah, she like literally gave me my backbone, because I was the one that all the girls would like pick on, because I was like the shortest out of my like group that I would roll with. And so they always, I know.
Mama, you was the Amazon, okay?
But with those girls, like, I'm with like 6 footer. Everyone's like 6 foot and above. So, and I was the one who, I think I told Steve that I would wear like makeup to games. Like I was always trying to look cute because, the boys on the team, even though I was dating one, but still I told my coach, I was like, you look good, you play good.
Exactly.
So I would go with them. And like literally Veronica was, she's from Memphis, and we had some girls from Atlanta on our team. And so they were all about like being Deltas. So going with them, that was the first time I'd ever been like exposed to like that step. Steve, are you familiar with that? Like the whole like step?
Well, just from like literally those movies, right?
Really? So it's like the reverse. So you've only seen it from like...
Yeah, like when I was younger and
Or like they incorporated it in a performance.
Never seen it in person ever.
I just remember the AKAs doing.
So,
Wow,
yeah,
Rhode Island.
White sororities and like frats.
I never knew it was a white steppers.
No,
Oh no.
They didn't step?
No.
Oh,
No.
oh! When you said it,
No,
I
I
thought
meant
you
like
were
right
saying it like.
sororities. No, they were not stepping.
Oh,
No.
why I think
No. No. The closest thing that they would do is like, I don't know, like
No, they don't do anything.
there's just throw parties and
like
chug
normal
beer and keg stands.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
There was no
Okay, when you
stepping.
mention them, I'm thinking they stepping too.
No. No. Definitely not.
I was like, where? Because I
Yeah.
saw it on a movie and I didn't think it could happen.
I can't even imagine.
Sorry.
You can't do that.
Hey, you know
nowadays.
what?
You definitely can't.
Nah, yeah.
Because that's not, it's part of the, it's part of
Cultural
the culture.
appropriation.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing that, I like really, I was like, wow, it was just seeing, because it was just such a communal thing that you saw people do, and like the guys and the power that they had in it. And I learned like a whole different side of it, but I respected it. And I could see why.
Yeah.
But those girls, like, when they were the power and everything. And then you had like, no offense to AK, but I just
We
remember,
love y'all.
I just remember
We
the
love
AKAs
y'all.
doing the mirror, like they have like this
they're
mirror
more
thing.
pretty
Yeah.
and more girly, and that's okay.
It's okay.
Nah, I'm rough. So.
But she did. So did you actually pledge?
No. Life
But
came
you-
at me fast.
Yeah. Well, how did it come at you fast?
I had Lani.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So when did you have her?
I had her when I was 21.
So it's her beautiful daughter.
Yes.
Is just.
Yeah.
So then from there, were you still singing, or were you doing, like when you had her, were you continuing on, or did you kind of take a break on that and just
Yeah, I
focus
took
on
a
that?
break. Like I was kind of hitting, here and there as, as a young, girl, like, learning the ropes and shit, and stuff like that. Getting to learn the lay of the land, learn people, who sung, around town, what was it? Reverb Nation. I looked at Reverb Nation to see, who would be in Offset. I found Tamika, and I already knew Latasha and Lee because I already knew their people and stuff. Like I grew up with Solly Williams' brother and his kids and stuff. So I kind of knew them already, and I just would learn, different people that was around. But yeah, I took a break when I had Lani for sure. And then when she started getting a little bit more independent, I got back out there.
So did you remember your first gig? Like your first show?
Back?
Yeah.
But solo? Oh, solo ever? Yeah. It was Red 7. Shout out to Dirtbags. Dirtbags put me on. He was like, he believed in me. He was like, I think you can carry your own set. And that was just from me doing like a featured song on someone else's set. Like I just came in and did a featured song. And, people already knew of me, but they were like, nah, Lani, come on. Like, we just got to give you the room. You just needed the space.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave me my space. And ever since then, it's been cool.
Just took it and run with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then like the evolution of your music. So like, how would you say like your very first album? Like what was that? Did you write those songs, do all the production, everything? I
wrote the songs. I'm not really in tune with production. I can't like create beats or nothing. I just like what I like, at that point. But yeah, I wrote every song. It was really fun doing that album. It was really interesting to, find that growth into that, starting off. Cause your first album it's your first album. You're just gonna grow from there.
Mm-hmm.
This is just gonna be the starting point for you to look back to see where you started from and where you at right now, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, it was really awesome and interesting to just kind of put all of what I had at that point into the album and to just step up from there, And
so how would you describe that first album? Like now looking back on it.
Oh man, ambitious, very I had so much to learn. Still to this day, I have so much to learn. But I had so much to learn back then. Very bright-eyed, just I don't know, just I felt like I was pent up for a long time with that kind of music. It was kind of like I did it, but it was like not. It was current, but not current. You get what I'm saying? It was
Expand
like I had that opportunity to finally put what I wanted to put into something and do it. You know what I'm saying? But it was from backed up time. Like, you get what I'm saying? From all the time when I had Lani. Before I had Lani, when I was a featured artist, when I was just singing on other people's songs, but I was secretly writing my own shit.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like songs that I finally got to record after I wrote like 6, 7, 8 years ago. Like Celebration, that song old as shit. That shit is old. Blackout. I wrote Blackout before I even had a one night stand. I never had a one night stand when I wrote Blackout. Like, I didn't know what the fuck a one night stand was. I probably only had sex with 2 people at that point. You know what I'm saying? I had no fucking clue.
But you sold it.
I sold that shit. Like, I sold that shit. But yeah, it's just like, you know, examples like that. So, you know, even, and then Blackout, and then that was on the second part. That wasn't even on the first album. That's crazy.
That's crazy to think about. So then when were you, like, when you're writing those songs, because like you said, if you didn't have, like, you were like, I wasn't even in that mindset. So then when you're singing these, like how, I know, like Bon Iver, for instance, like he sang some like really sad, like his whole first album is like so sad and depressing. Yeah. He won't even sing it anymore. Yeah. For the reason that he's like, I was in a totally different headspace when I wrote that, and like refuses to go back there. Yeah. So do you feel like your sound now, because your sound now is like the like what you know about it is a way different sound.
Look, quarantine hit. I had a bottle of tequila right here, and I had like 3 pre-rolls like right here ready. And I come up that song. So yeah, I was in a whole nother headspace. You're completely correct. So many things was going on at that time. Yeah. But it was so fun. But yeah, like there is no song that, if you're wanting to ask, there is not a song that I would go back and be like, no. Because for me, I put that out there. It was my therapy. It did that. Yeah. It did its thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not hurt, you know what I'm saying, by it. I did what I needed to do. Just kind of like writing in your journal, kind of. Yeah.
But your therapy, I mean, that's your therapy, but it's also other people's therapy. Right. Like I was telling you, like just listening to your songs today, I was like, oh man, because it's like I'm going through my own personal stuff. And then you hear that and you're like, oh my God, like you're singing my heart right now.
And granted, it takes longer for others. You know what I'm saying? Or granted, others just don't want to. Let's be real. Right. They want to sit in that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sit in it. You know, that's your prerogative, baby. But we all hope and pray that you find what you're looking for real. But, right. You know, yeah, like when I don't have a song that I would go back to and be like, oh my God, I'm going to cry. There is new songs that I do still, it pulls on my heartstrings, you know, but not no old shit. New shit for sure.
Oh my God, I love that. So let's talk about that. Because the first time I saw you, I think that's the first time I saw you. Or was Austin Music Foundation when you were like one of their featured.
I was in the development program.
The development program. So for people that aren't familiar with that.
And we did the show at Antone's.
Yeah.
That night was so interesting for me.
Was it? How so?
Because that's when I tore my ACL. And I had 2 shows that night. So that night when I was performing on stage.
You tore your ACL?
My knee was swollen. I could barely walk that night, but I did. And when I went to the hospital the next morning, they said I had to go get an MRI. I got an MRI and my ACL was completely torn apart in my meniscus.
Okay, so then I can't knowing that, because I was like, yeah, like seeing you on stage at Empire this past time and then seeing you then, but obviously if you had a torn ACL, you're not going to be like all over the place.
No one even knew. I was just like, let me just get through the
night. How did you do that?
Man, I had an injury on it for a minute from when I was out of town in Memphis. I had hurt myself. And I just thought I had just twisted it. But then as time went on, it just was bad. And that night, it kind of just like got out of place. And I heard something just go. And I was like, damn, I got an hour and a half set. And then after this, I got to go do this shit for like Austin Music Foundation. And I got to drive here and drive home. I did all that shit. Right when I got home, I was just like, take me to the hospital right now.
Well, you killed it. Literally. Your show is amazing.
Thank you.
But that was like the first, like, I mean, I know you had performed before, but so tell people that aren't familiar with the artist development program, like what that is and, you know, that whole process for you and kind of what that show was.
It's an amazing opportunity to get and gain more insight about the music business and how to develop as an artist locally. You know, we all get to see artists and how they develop mainstream wise, but that's a whole nother fucking ball game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, instead of, you know, we all have resources and everything we can look up on YouTube, we can do this and that, but this is more of a intuitive, more hands-on. You know, you're with a group, you got speakers coming in and you guys are going over different topics of like,
really?
You know, copyrights, songwriting, different things as far as artist development, you know, promotions, like how to do things like that.
Wow.
And just giving insight and intel and personal recommendations and stories. Oh, see, look, I put my phone on silent in my fucking I just did that shit. I'm so sorry, yeah.
It's okay.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where you can get more insight with a group of people that's local like you, and y'all can learn from other people that's, you know, that's in this game, that's like intuitive with that. Like Amanda Labardi came in at one point and spoke. We had different other speakers come in and talk about things like, you know, like TuneCore rights and, you know, publishing and being able to, like, you know, putting your coins and promotions and playlists, Spotify.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who else was in your graduating class that you had?
I can remember Aaron Stevens. Aaron was. Who else?
Remember, didn't you have
Otis.
Oh yeah, Otis Wilkinson.
Yeah, who else was there?
It was a salt. Like you look back and I'm like, wow, like that was.
Girl, you know
Was
how
that
many
like the super?
Girl, you know how many
bonus?
ounces I've smoked since then?
See, there was just a whole. I remember it just being like this was a stacked lineup.
They were
of
all
people.
new people. Like I really, like maybe one or two people I was maybe familiar with, but they were all new people to me. They were sweet as fuck. Was it Shy Beast? The singer Shy Beast was in it. She was there.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, like her little sassy bob.
Yeah.
She reminds me of that bob like Sia. Or
Yes,
like,
yes.
Or like old girl from The Incredibles.
Yes.
That does
I love her.
does
I know exactly
the
what you're talking
outfit.
about. Yes.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes. But yeah, I can't really think of anybody else. Nothing personal, guys. I just smoke a lot of chronic, guys. Smoke a lot of weed. And yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. I put you on the spot there.
No, it's okay. She sure did.
It's like, who else did you graduate with?
I'm like, oh my God.
But you got to do, and that's, we kind of talked about that. Like Curtis talks about, you know, he was talking about like Austin, well, like the Sims Foundation and Ham. And then like, we always talk about Austin. They just have such a culture when it comes to like really supporting artists. And I know Austin Music Foundation, like they're just huge when it comes to that. I always just refer people because people hit me up all the time. I'm not a booking agent. I'm not an agent. People have asked me like represent them, and I'm like, talk to Austin Music Foundation.
Yeah.
Like that's who I direct everyone to. And they do. And they like farm people out and like go here, go there. So it's been really cool to see everybody that they've been developing and all that.
I'm glad to be a part. I'm glad.
Well, you graduated.
I did.
And you crushed it.
I crushed it. Like literally crushed my shit.
Literally. Oh my God.
And then like it's crazy because once I found that out, I ended up having to get surgery, right? So I'm like on delay. I'm so sorry. Like this is ridiculous. I ended up having to get surgery, and then like I'm in bed 2-3 weeks after surgery, and Reno's like, so when do you start your physical therapy? I'm like, in like a week.
Who is this?
Reno.
Who's Reno?
My manager.
Your manager, okay.
Yes.
Hi,
Reno Dudley.
Hi, Reno.
And he was like, when do you start your physical therapy? And he was like, a week. And he was like, all right, because you're doing ACL this year. I'm like, what? So I had to tear my ACL just to get on ACL? So it was hype beast from there. Like, but even 2 weeks after my surgery, I was up doing performing. Cause I was like, yo, this is bread. Like, I gotta get this money. What you mean? Like, this is my livelihood. I had just quit my job. I just went full time. So I was like, nah, no breaks, all gas. Let's go. pop these Percocets. Let's go. Y'all better hurry up. Get me up there. Get me up there. Underlay. I ain't trying to feel this pain, okay? Like, yo, that pain is excruciating.
That's a pretty extreme surgery.
So yeah, I was on my Percocets. I was on my ibuprofens. I was like, yo, y'all got like 10 minutes. Y'all better come on with it.
Wow. And so then you went and you did ACL. How was that whole experience? Because it's so funny to hear people that have never been to ACL. I know like Jackie Vincent was like, I'd never been to ACL unless I was playing it. You know, and
that was my rule. Like,
really?
That was my goal.
Mayla was the same way. Mayla's like, I'm not going to ACL unless I'm playing it.
Yeah. Artists like us, we don't like crowds. I can't speak for the other ladies, but we don't like to be in the crowd.
I don't understand that.
We like to,
you know me, I'm like,
we like to attract the crowds.
Yeah,
that's why we do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, and again, I'm not going to speak for the other ladies.
Right.
I'm mainly speaking for
yourself.
myself. But, I don't like crowds. Don't rub on me. Don't do that. Get out of my bubble.
You must have really liked social distancing.
Oh yeah, when this shit popped off, this was heaven. This was heaven. Oh, you gotta wear a mask. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you breathing on me in the grocery line, okay? Step back, please, por favor. Like, no. But like for me, like, I just don't like crowds, so that's why, like, you know, when I did ACL, I was okay to do it when I performed. But even after, I was exhausted. Like, I stayed in my bed for like a week after ACL.
Really?
Yeah, I was just exhausted from all the energy exchangements and like just all of it. Just staying up early, getting up early, staying up late, being outside, talking to everybody, and you know, doing all the exchanges with everyone. It was just a lot of back and forth, and my energy was just kind of like, I needed to reset.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I just want my favorite things in bed with me.
Which was?
Pizza, wine, weed, you know, stuff like that. Like, I just didn't want to leave my bed. I just wanted.
It's your safe space.
I just didn't want to talk to people, honestly. It was just like, it was just so many people. I'm weird, guys. Like, I'm a loud introvert, but I don't like people like that. Like,
I don't know. See, that's what's so, I guess, because you just make the assumption. Yeah. You know, like, I like to go to shows,
I love
obviously.
y'all from a distance. And I love y'all when we get together. Yeah. But like crowds and like, I won't even go on a group trip. If it's more than 3-4 people,
really,
I ain't fucking with it. Cause if you're not ready, I'm gone, baby.
Really? Oh my gosh. I had a friend like you in college. Like, that would like, she was the same way. She like didn't like people. She was on my team.
I love people.
Well, she didn't like people, but she didn't like waiting on anyone.
No,
and she was the only one that had a car.
Right.
And so we would all like need a ride from her.
See,
so they're like, Megan's
I'm your
leaving.
friend. She is me. I am her.
We're like, Megan, like, she would give us a time, and like when she'd say a time, we all like,
you better be on motherfucking time.
You knew it was like a clown car. We were all trying to pack in to go to practice to get in the back seat of her little, you know, Hyundai.
Yeah, but granted, I like to go with the flow, but I was just like, you know, I just don't like crowds. You know?
There's nothing wrong with that, but I see what you're saying. So are you big into like energies and you know all that? Mm-hmm. So how do you kind of monitor that, or what do you do for yours? Because you're really big. I saw you doing like incense, and you were burning sage, like in one of you did like an Instagram live.
Was it after the snow thing?
I'm not sure.
I think I might have been, because I was housing people in my house, and once I didn't kick them out, but once they left, I had to sage my house. I had to sage my house and, you know, recuperate my energies back in my home. And, you know, it was a lot of personalities and a lot of, you know, we got snowed in, you know, so I had to just clear that shit out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I believe in that stuff. I think it's awesome.
Does that come from anywhere? Like, where you just, or is that just something you kind of fell into and kind of discovered?
I just really fell into it. I just feel like it just feels right. Like, it just feels natural. It feels good to me. Like, it's, you know, it feels good to me.
Isn't that crazy when you do it? I feel it too. Like when I and I'll sage my dog.
I sage my plants. I sage my child.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Do you?
I sage the hell out of Lani. What you mean?
You sage the plants?
I do. I sage my plants.
Y'all, she like totally saw one of my plants, and I have a lot of work to do on one of my plants.
I was like, oh no, honey. I was like, what are you doing? She'll get it through. It's the small stuff. We just gotta get the little dead stuff out. This is why I have
fake plants.
Yay.
But that's so interesting. But no, I'm the same way. Like I get that from my mom. My mom is like, she was big into like the holy water, like growing up, and like big. She gave me a big old thing of sage when I moved in here. I had to like bless the house. So this house is blessed, Steve.
That's awesome.
It's been blessed by my mom.
Yeah, my mom wasn't like that. But I feel like she would have probably enjoyed it if she ever got into it.
Mm-hmm. So does Lani do some of that stuff too? Or is she like into the energy, or how? She just seems like and Lonnie's her daughter, but she just seems like she's just so vibrant, and she's got this whole personality.
She's grown as hell.
Really?
She's so grown.
And how old is she? She's 10? She's like 10 going on
17, maybe 20, 21. But a good way though. Like she's so mature for her age, and she's dyslexic, so like she's an overthinker.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? She always she does everything the most difficult way. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's how they think. Like when I talk to her, when she's trying to solve a problem or even reading, it's like she goes through the most difficult route to find the reason. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, and I'm trying to teach her, work smarter, not harder, baby, you know. Yeah. Which I understand is a chemical thing, but it's still just take a deep breath. You're not born to know everything. You know how some kids are, especially girls. Mm-hmm. If we don't know it, we throwing a fit, you know, depending on the characteristic, personality of the person. Yeah. But yeah, like she just gets so impatient because she knows she don't want to go through all that shit. All the way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's like, I just have to work so hard to figure it out. And I'm like, it's okay, baby, but you'll learn it. You gotta get you'll learn it. You'll get it. I tell these people, like, I'm working.
So you have, okay, like with her, were there any, I guess with her growing up, and obviously you said you have a daughter, and then you having her when you said when you were 21, how do you feel now, I guess, with just everything that's kind of going on in the world? Like, are there things that you feel like, I just know, I see my friends now, and like when they're kids, like that they feel like they have to shelter them from certain things, or you like, as a mother, because I feel like there's a lot of artists like that with their kids and with kind of what's going on in the world, they feel like they have to shelter them from kind of what's going on.
I try not to. Because sheltering, you know, you can shelter them. Protecting and sheltering is two different things to me. You know what I'm saying? Protecting them from something, yeah. Sheltering them is like you don't want them to learn. So what if they fall into that position or that predicament and they don't know how to handle themselves?
What's your favorite place to be? Like when you're like, if you're not on stage, like what is it something that you like to retreat to besides your bed, pizza, and after that kind of place? But do you have like, do you like to be outdoors?
I love to be outdoors.
Really?
Lay out.
Happy place?
Happy place. Give me just lay out in the sun. I like to be in the sun. I like to be outdoors. I like to hike. I like to travel.
Really?
I love to eat.
These are all great things.
I know.
Hiking, like, eating. Yeah, I can tell you like
pack a snack, go hike, you know.
Yeah.
All that. Simple things. I like simple shit.
And you cook a lot too.
I love to cook.
You cooked ramen. I forgot, but I showed up to you were performing with Jackie Vincent at like 1-to-1. It's like one of the last shows there. So sad.
Oh my God, that was a live ass show too. That was a fun show.
But I like show up and I didn't realize you were like on. You're like, oh, like I'm gonna come cook you ramen and like all this stuff. And then we had this crazy shutdown. So I was
supposed to cook you ramen. I can cook you
ramen. But now that because like you're always working, I feel like you're working out, you're doing all this stuff. Like, how is that? Have you always been like super active? And
I've always been an active person. Do I slip up and not get active? Hell yeah.
Well, we all,
I try to be consistent as much as I can with it. You know, sometimes I just get pooped and I just can't. But yeah, I've always been an active person. Like when I was a kid, I did all the sports. I tried everything. At one point, I was the only girl in the baseball league.
You played baseball?
I played baseball with the boys. I didn't play no softball. I played baseball.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, I played baseball, played touch football, flag football, real football, not padded football, but hood football, street football, basketball. I've done it all, you know. Yeah, I'm a little tomboy, but a girl too at the same time. I love paintballing.
Do you really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been paintballing once, and I was just wearing, I don't even know, like some tights. I had no idea. Welts, like huge
everywhere.
Welts. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
It was not.
Last time I went was in November, and I still have little crescents. I still have crescents on me. I think I have one right here.
Oh, you do? Oh my god!
When they hit me in my rib.
Oh my god! But it's like a badge of honor, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Thug.
No. Oh my god.
Straight thug.
Yeah,
Nah, but it was super fun. I love stuff like that. I love being adventurous. I love getting dirty. I do want to zip line across Lake Travis. Oh my god, isn't it amazing? Oh my god, I'm ready to do it. Hey, watch it.
I have a fear of heights.
I'm trying to, hey. That's the point to do it.
See, people say that. I'm not one of those people that like floods myself. If I don't like something, then I'm not going to like expose myself to
and that's
it and
fair.
continue to do it. Like I've done that before.
I'm the opposite.
Really? See, I've done it before, but then I was crying the whole time. I was like, I was like zip lining, and then cried some more. And then I think I did do it like in Colorado, but it was because I was like super harnessed up. Like I felt like I was in like a diaper.
As you should be every time.
Yeah. No, I was, but this was like super hard, like hardcore.
If you let go, you're gonna.
Like people ask, like someone asked me, you'd probably enjoy this. I feel bad. Well, he asked me to come be part of some skydiving video.
Oh, nice.
Would you do that?
Fuck yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She's like, man,
I immediately said, I know. I was hoping you would say no. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he immediately was like,
sorry, not sorry.
He was gonna. Well, I'll be like, I know someone that wants to do it because he was starting like this whole series of like some like he's an expert skydiver and he wanted to have people. I was like, I'm not skydiving. Like, no, thank you. My feet are fine on the ground. Like, we're good.
Take me.
We're good here.
Blow me up.
Really?
They have one in here too. Yeah. Don't they have one here in Austin?
Domain.
They do. Is it in the Domain? There's one on 183 and shit too. Is it called Ice Sky? Ice Sky. I have one here in Austin. Do it. It's fun.
You should do that. You go like 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like to.
In a building.
Yeah.
In a
like
building.
A bunch of pads around.
Like a psych ward.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just saying. It's comfortable.
No, I'm literally sweating.
Minus
right
the
now
medication.
I'm sweating thinking about it.
Oh no.
I just don't. I don't know. There's
okay.
Something. Yeah.
We can change.
I don't know where that comes from. No. It's fine. You don't have like. I mean, we won't talk about it. Then people are gonna like. Oh, we got a fear of heights, but yeah, I don't know. There's just some things that I just. Yeah, that's one of them. No interest in skydiving, but anywhere else, like I'm happy to go. So like when you were in Thailand, did you get to do any like fun things like that or?
Not like adventures, like active like that, but I did spend like half a day with some elephants, man. It was really amazing. It's really amazing.
Cause you feel, so are you like really into animals and energy of the animals too?
Mm-hmm. They're huge, man. So intimidating, but it's so like, they're so gentle. Mm-hmm. But you watch your motherfucking feet.
Did you see anyone like accidentally get stepped on?
Oh, no. Okay. Everybody was safe.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh my God.
Just imagine an elephant stepping on your foot.
No. Like, yeah, no.
It'd probably come off with it. Gross. They're so big. They're so big. Oh my God. So yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
But it was super fun. It was amazing. Like so majestic.
Yeah. So how did that whole like process? Because you were part of like the special group, right? So it's very similar, kind of similar to Austin Music Foundation, or would you say very different?
It is. It's kind of similar, except it's more of a like we got to travel. We got travel incentives and got to tour. You know, it was, you know, a lot more adventurous for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of like we took what we learned from Austin Music Foundation and now we're touring and we're being ambassadors of Austin, Texas.
That's so
everywhere
cool.
we went. Yeah. That's literally what it was like.
What was your favorite thing from that whole experience? Or your favorite part of that
Just
trip?
being able to travel and, you know, and being around the cool people. Like everybody, we were all new to each other. You know, most people actually kind of knew of each other.
Really?
I feel like I was the one person that kind of really didn't know nobody. But it was real cool though. Like, you know, everybody was very open and we accepted each other all.
Did you all have like very similar music styles or were you all very different?
We were all different.
Really?
I was the only R&B artist.
And so what were the other
R&B
people?
artists?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody else was like, you know, alternative or, you know, honky tonk, you know, country or synth, you know, or stuff like that. Like, yeah, everyone had their own little different thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's real chill.
But did you perform together or did you? Oh, wow.
We all performed together. We all learned each other's music.
So from that, did you take anything? I feel like you always, like when you're exposed to these different types of, like Mobley, for instance, like Mobley.
He called me today.
Did he?
He did. Hi, Mama Bear.
I love talking to, well, yeah, we did like an episode with him and it's just so, his whole creative process is just so, I mean, he's a super, super creative person and just seeing his whole process of like songwriting, production and like, you know.
So many layers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tamika's worked with him too. And she's told me, she's like, he's just like on another level when it comes to that, what he's doing.
We've been trying to get together for a couple of years now. We even talked about it today. He was like, definitely in a couple of months. I'm like, let's do it. Because we've been tinkering on this.
Please.
For a few years. It's been what, 3 years, Mobley? Yeah, we've been talking about it. We're going to do it when time permits, when it's right.
Yeah. Exactly. Are you big on that, like timing?
Like things... like if it happens, it happens. There's reasons and seasons.
A reason, a season, and a lifetime.
Yeah, I definitely believe in that. You know what I'm saying? If it's not your time, it's not your time. If it is, it is. You know? Yeah.
Well, talk to us about the new music that you have coming out. So I know you said you have these other things that are like super much older songs, but then what you have coming up. Like, did you write these during like the quarantine?
I have shit from pre-quarantine and during quarantine. Like mainly a lot of stuff before and after. Yeah, like I have a good amount of music to where like I can put a couple projects together, but I've just been kind of weeding out and just trying to. I just like being where I'm at, the low key, and it's really crazy because people see me and they're like, "You out here, Lani?" And I'm like, "Really?" Because I feel like I ain't this shit. You know, like I felt like I've been here and there, but and I did, it was really dope to do the Austin what did we do, the green on the screen. I was part of that. It was all black lineup for the first time ever.
Blues on the Green.
Yeah, Blues on the Green. Yeah. Blues on the Screen, that's what they call it.
Okay.
Yeah, Blues on the Screen. And we did that, and I did that and everything during COVID. But it's just really good to be a hermit. I love it. So it's like I love the time it's taking. I love it. It's fine. I promise I won't take 5 years. But I got a lot of music right now. And by the end of this year, I feel like I'm gonna have something. I feel like I'll be ready to release for sure, that I'll feel good about. You know what I'm saying? It's just about making it sound like I just want it to feel good. And then again, it's the music that I'm working with right now. It's before a time that was real crucial that I just went through in the past, before pandemic and during pandemic. So it's like I got pre-pandemic music and during pandemic music. And it's kind of different because, not just going through the pandemic, I was going through a lot of personals as well. So like as a person, I felt like I completely like turned over a whole different fucking leaf. And I'm a whole different, not person, but I feel like I think different. I definitely move different. And no bad things, I feel like, you know, and that I feel like I'm just trying to find myself again. I'm getting recalibrated. I'm getting a fresh start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how did you go through that process? Because like you said, if you're like shedding the skin and it's this other person, like, do you journal? Like, what was that process like for you to do that? Is it songwriting? Is it?
It was just
like
everything.
Said,
it's just everything, you know, not just the songwriting, but just, you know, being able to manage and maintain, you know, mentally, your spirit, your personals, your all that in your life, because that all pertains to what the fuck you do in life, period. You know, as far as your craft, and especially when it's something like music. It's not corporate. It's not, you have to wear a tie and no nail polish kind of shit. You can kind of do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
So, but you always want to make sure you're right. You know, you're right. And even no matter how long it takes, you step back, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be in happiness. Make that room for that peace.
I
you know
agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so hard is that there's like certain thing that happened. I forgot. It was like 2 days ago. Something happened, and I literally like go to Steve and I was like, "Can you believe that this person did this person?" Da, 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 da. And I was like, "Should I call him out?" And he's like, "Yeah," but he's like my life coach too, in case you didn't notice. But he was like, "Yeah, you can do that, but then it's only gonna feel good temporarily. But then you're like wasting that mental energy in that space on like that person doing that." You know, and he's right. And so it's like, you think that you only have so much energy to like devote to that. So I've like, that's really like stuck with me, like just about how much energy like I give things and the time. I don't have time. Like we're all so busy and I'm super busy in the things that I want. And, you know, I'd rather like focus my time on like sitting with you and being present there than like thinking about those things. But it's just crazy. I am big on like making space and like,
yeah,
you know, if something's not serving me anymore or a guy, you know, is not
a friend,
even
a family member. I love you from a distance, baby. Like, you know,
it's just
sometimes
hardest.
it's hard, but it's necessary for your own personals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like why, like I've told people, why would you sit there and just kind of just deal with it because you don't want to hurt their feelings, but at the same time, you're sitting here and you're feeling like, because you think they worried about you?
Exactly.
No. They worried about what you're going to give them to make them feel better and how you're going to make them move forward with their fucking problems and forget. While you're sitting here thinking like, why am I? I'm here because I don't want them to hurt. But it's like, don't really.
Are you the friend that like all your friends come to like
get
advice from?
I don't know, because my advice is not... My advice is I don't like to ask for permission, and you be damn lucky if I ask for forgiveness. Like, that's another thing with me. I've changed. Like,
was that from before, where you were like used to have to ask for permission, used to have to do those things?
Well, no, it's just, you know, a mentality you had. But when you get to that age, you know, or when you get to that mentality, or you've been through some things, it's just you kind of just why. Right, fucks, give.
Yeah.
I have none. I don't want any. I don't want to carry these fucks to give. Like, why do I want to give fucks for people that may or may not, or things that may or may not, or, you know, I feel like everything's not worth fighting for. Everything is, you know, there's some things that are, not everything.
But it's crazy when you, like, for me, I've like realized like I'm repeating like old patterns, or I'm like, oh, I have these like things, and then when it's like it's not so transparent when it's happening. It's always like in hindsight, and I'm like, oh my god, I did it again. Yeah,
but at least you're recognizing it.
But it's just
get
like
it together. I got shit I need to get together. I got problems. You know what I'm saying? I got issues.
Yeah,
no, I got issues.
But we all have, like you said, we all have our stuff.
We all have our stuff.
It's just, to me, like you said, that's where like when your music, like when I like was listening to your music today, and like I've listened to it before, but it's just different. As we know, like when you're listening to music, but you're like going through something, and when you hear it, you're like, oh my gosh, like she's like singing the words that I want to say, but maybe I can't put those.
What song are you talking in particular?
I'll call myself out if I say it. But there's some song like I Don't Fuck With You.
Okay.
love
Everybody
that song.
fucking loves that song. Like,
but the words to it though,
Yeah.
like what you're like the lyrics to it, like we're just like really hitting home today. And I was like, damn, like that's because you're just in everything. A lot of the songs that you have and that you're singing, like, and you're singing them, but it's like, you know, sometimes people, and not knocking like some people that over sing sometimes, but sometimes people over sing it and you can't really like feel it or listen to it. It's like, but with you, it's like you're singing them and it's clear and it's beautiful, but it's also like powerful. And that's why I love your voice so much, because you have this, you know, it's a melody as well, but it's not so like, you're not just trying to hit these high notes or make a beat out of it. It's like, there's this message to it. Like you feel it.
Right. Yeah. I get what you're saying when you come from that. Like, it is a feeling. With like Aretha and James Brown. So
Yeah.
It's a feeling.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Like you put that on vinyl, like Aretha. Listening to her on vinyl is completely like, yeah.
Trust me, I'm a vinyl head.
Are
I already know.
you?
Girl, yes. Let me see how many vinyls I have. I just started like in the past year or so. You know, but I got maybe 60. Maybe 61.
What's your favorite like vinyl to put on? Do you have a favorite, or is it just based on your mood?
It based on
like you were
my
listening to like
mood.
what, Earth, Wind and Fire today?
Yeah, I did this
stalking you.
morning.
Yeah.
This morning I did, and then what did I play after that? I played Anderson .Paak Ventura. You know, that album alone got me through some shit. So I'm very close to that album. I love that album. That's a very good album. Have you heard that album?
No. Well, I heard like songs from it, but not like through. And that's the thing. People are always like, so you're like an album person? Like you'll start and just listen to it all the way
I love
through.
R&B. I like album content. I love things like that. Like, yeah.
All the way through.
All the way through. I love vinyls.
Yeah.
I want to be able to play that shit all the way through.
What have some of your fans like told you? Like, I'm sure you've gotten some messages from people that are like, oh my God, your song, you know, touched me, or I was going through this. Like, have you had any of those kind of moments where you're like, oh wow, like it's pretty special?
I have, especially when their fans come to me with their kids and they're like, my kids love your song. They're like, you know, the kids and the family, and you know, like when I have fans and their moms and dad, like when I was in Thailand, this girl was like, my parents want to meet you. They think you're just so amazing. And I'm like, that's amazing. Like I get to touch so many different people in different ages and ranges and races and spaces. Like it's so amazing. You know what I'm saying? So like, I like it. I like it a lot. Like, you know, that's what does it for me. That's what does it for me. As long if I touched you, you felt something, like, especially when I get to sing the song about my daughter, it never fails. Kids come out, they just attract to that song.
Which one's that?
Better by You.
Mm-hmm.
They will come out. They dance to that song all the time. It's so cute. So cute. It's so cute. Like, and that's what pulls on my heartstrings. That makes me feel like 2 pounds. Makes me feel like air. You know? For real.
That's awesome. Aw, cheers. That's really cute.
We over here getting faded. Look at us. We're having a little heartwarming moments.
I know. If you don't want to know what we were talking about before, we were No, I'm just kidding.
Naughty. You have to get out the naughty subjects.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really cool, because I feel like your music does. It's one of those things that's like timeless, where you can listen to it, like you said, any kind of season of your life. And that's what, like I said,
that's what my goal is. Like, that's crazy that you say that, because I want my music to be that way. Trends are cool, fads are great, popularity might get you things, but like I'd rather be timeless. Like, I want people to be able to like pull back onto that on a moment in space, or like if they hear it, they be like, damn, I smell this, or I remember that day, kind of thing. So like, that's my goal.
I'm sure you,
I don't care if it don't
that.
hit top 100. If it makes you feel some kind of way and it brings you back, whether it's happy or sad, I did my job. Hey, you gotta make a baby too. I'm just saying. Too, you know what I'm saying?
That's so funny. That's what, like, when Tamika was here, she's like, my music gets people laid. She's like, literally people will come. And it was so funny. I went to her last show. It was just like people, like couples And I was like, oh my God, she's right. And then same with like, yeah, your music is just so soulful and you have just, I love it. Absolutely love watching it, especially now. So like what can people, someone who's like never seen you perform, like if they were to go up there now versus like before, who would they see if you were on stage now?
Oh, me, Alesia.
You're still the same.
Same, just a little bit more spice, a little bit more sass, a little bit more time and more experience, you know. But, you know, you're gonna get Alesia. And if you don't know who Alesia is, you just gotta get to know who I am, period. I'm not finna give you no fucking cheat sheet. Gotta learn it out.
But you can see that. And that's why I love that too. Like just even on like your, you know, we're talking about like social media, and I know that there's, you know, with you and like with I connect to you because you're really real. And like I'm pride myself on that as well. Like what you see is what you get. I don't have time. I don't have the space to be, you know, and granted we love to take a good picture, you know, on Instagram. If y'all haven't seen Alesia's social media.
I've been working really hard on it. Okay.
It look good. Those shoots that you were doing, like.
Oh yeah.
So you're an ambassador. Tell me about those ambassadorships that you have. So you have like one for like this like very sexy lingerie company, right?
Yes. These are all friends of mine, very close friends, Black owned businesses. Intimates by Cello is a lingerie company that you can buy your cute sets, lingerie, one pieces. I do brand ambassadoring for that. That's Austin based. And I also do work for my friend of mine. Her name's Andy. She owns Energy Waist Beads, and that's the waist beads that I wear. Yeah.
So tell me about that. I was trying to understand. So tell me about that. Like what exactly?
Yeah. People think it's more of an accessory. It's really mainly a lifestyle. Huh. This is more of a cultural thing. Back to that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's for health, wealth, and to make you feel sensual all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Keep you tight, keep you feeling good, make you feel sexy all at the same time, and keep you on the right track for sure. Yeah. And it's spiritual too. You know, you get your different gems.
Oh, you're wearing yours. Okay.
Yeah, you don't take these off. People think that.
Yeah.
No, these stay on me all the time. I shower, everything with these. Don't take them off.
She's a good brand ambassador.
Well, you can take them off.
Oh, you can?
If you can take them off, then you've done great. You've hit your weight, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, is that the whole goal?
Yeah,
okay.
You know, it keeps your, you know, it's not just for looks. It's, you know, keep you fitness. Like when I eat, I can feel it ride up on me. And I'm like, ooh, I'm gaining weight. Like during the snow vid, girl, my shit was up here.
I didn't know that's what they did. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man. Well, I just thought that because like looks wise, I was like, oh, these are like really cute, like
yeah,
cute
they're
little...
cute, but you know they have more meaning to it if you know.
Actually put it together.
Yeah.
So how do you put them on if you can't take them off?
You just tie them on. You knot them on.
Got it.
You knot them on. So I just recently got a new pair because I just went through 2020 and everything. And I was just like, you know what? I think I need a fresh start. You know, I got some things going on, you know, and I've ran these into another, like some miles, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting a new set. This is my new set. So, and you can always use the code word Lani and get a 15% discount off.
Absolutely. We'll put like links to all that stuff for you.
Everyone asks me about my waist beads for sure. They do. Like everyone. I'm like, yeah, you just go here.
Well, now that I know, I mean, I want some waist beads.
You should definitely. You should get wasted.
Yeah. What's wasted?
Like when they put them on you, wasted.
Oh, so you actually go and they like put them on you?
You can, like when she's at a pop-up, or you can just order them. And if you order them, I can come over there and help you. I can come over here and help you put them on for you.
Okay. Well, we'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can vlog it.
There you go. So what are you most excited about kind of coming up for you?
I don't know. Just the future. Whatever's being brought to my way. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's definite. We could see that, especially in this past year or two. Yeah. Nothing's definite. So I'm just happy that every day I get to wake up and do what the fuck I love and support who I love. And what I look forward to is just more growth in us, you know, getting out of this corona craziness and seeing more of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have any upcoming shows that are coming up for you?
I do. I have a show in July coming up. Key Street, we're actually presenting a whole TLC tribute show.
Okay, I saw this. Tell me about this.
Okay, yeah. So we postponed it for sure because we wanted to make sure it's a really good turnout, and I didn't want it to be rushed. So we're going to do it in July. It's going to be me and 2 other artists here in Austin, LaCria and Yoli. I'm Chile.
Amazing.
LaCria's T-Boz and Yoli's Left Eye. And we're just going to be doing a whole tribute show. Like, we're going to be doing all TLC songs, but like in our way.
Was that a big inspiration for you, like growing up?
I love TLC. Hell yeah. But for me, I'm not the person behind this show.
Oh, okay.
Which it's been perceived a couple times. Starting it up and getting the girls together. I'm like, no, this is actually my team, man. My management and stuff. He was a promoter before he became my manager. Mm-hmm. So putting together shows is something that he's always done. So like he continues to do that with managing me. So it was mainly his idea. He ran it by me. I was like, TLC is why not, man? Like TLC is the best. Like fuck it, let's do it. Because we thought about Motown or TLC, and I was like, I think TLC would be lit. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So that's why we came up with that idea. But definitely all Key Street's idea. Not on me. I'm just a part. For sure.
So where is that going to be?
Empire.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. See, Empire's got all these shows coming back. I'm so excited to see them.
Too.
Like,
me too.
Doing all those things. And
I'm just surprised. I'm just happy to see a couple of the venues out here doing it. Mm-hmm. Especially like Far Out.
Yeah.
And like other venues. I know there's not too many, but they're starting to open up, and I'm starting to see a lot more venues and definitely more parties thrown, for sure.
Yeah. Far Out has kind of just been, it was interesting. I talked to Lawrence over there and hearing him like just with Far Out's been open and kind of how they were preparing for South by, and then to see it just completely turn around in this time. It's been pretty cool.
My daughter texted me tonight.
Oh.
Good night, baby.
She's so cute.
Y'all
were doing like TikToks and y'all were doing everything. Like,
she was trying to get me in it. We need to do more.
You really should. Y'all were really. I watched them.
I know. I need
y'all
to
almost
get
got
more.
me into almost got me into. I haven't gotten into TikTok like.
It's been a struggle for me, girl. Mm-hmm. It's been a struggle.
You could do some TLC songs.
I know.
Do some promo.
I need to do some stuff because people like. Some of my friends be like, they say I'm really hilarious. So like, I was like, okay, well, I should try to do some more skits, be more vulnerable, show my personality. They're like, yeah, you should. So I've been working on it slowly but surely. Mm-hmm. That's why I've been going live a little bit more and, doing things like that. I know I kind of show my music and I might post things here and there, but I'm not as personable as I could be. So I guess I could let a couple y'all in for a little bit.
I bet when you do that, like your fans like flip out. Your followers are like, oh my God. Like they're just happy to see you. And you probably have some of those people that are just like, oh my God, she's live right now. Like get to talk to her.
It's fun. Yeah, it is. And then like, especially even if I step out, they're like, Lani.
Are you okay? Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. They're like, you out? And I'm like, no. I'm out.
Yeah.
Hello.
So you got the TLC show. Do you have other shows coming up?
Actually,
right now,
no, but I definitely want to throw a couple more. But like I said, I'm really in my bag. I love it.
Yeah.
Especially with, everything going on with me personally as well. I feel like I just needed this time to step back, and just really get things in focus and really just do what the fuck I want to do. Not what everybody needs me to do or whatever, So things that I needed to do, things that I want to do, and things I have to do before I can do what I want to do, kind of thing.
But it's one of those things too, like you're honoring yourself and you're doing those things for you. And then other people, like people want that. They want your best self. They don't want that person that, like you said, is just doesn't really want, like you can tell.
I'm going to give you all of myself, but when I'm ready, I'm going to give you my best self.
Exactly.
You're never just going to get, oh, Lani's this. Nah, I be in pain. I do this. I go through things. Mm-hmm. But, whenever I'm ready, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a label like this doing this to me and giving me a time frame, which is grateful. You know what I'm saying? I can go through what I need to go through and take mental days and do things like that and be able to take time to just focus on my kid or whatever and still write music and be a hermit. I'm taking advantage of this time to be a hermit, okay? Okay.
So you kind of anticipate like when things really get going,
okay,
like you're going to be out there.
I'll be all good. Okay, right.
Yeah.
I just want to take advantage of this break for sure. Call me weird. I don't know, maybe. But I appreciate this time. I very appreciate it so much. I love it. I needed this. I personally needed it.
It's so interesting. And the artists that have been here have said that. They've all been like, wow, like it's so nice to have. I think that's totally normal when you've been on the go and you've been doing it as long as you have and this is your profession. And especially as like you're saying, like a sensitive, we're all a little sensitive, but it sounds like you're more like even to energy and to have to give that, like you said with ACL, like this is even more of a time to just kind of recharge. And then when you come out, it's going to be just guns blazing.
Because I'm going to do it right or not at all. You know what I'm saying? And I have a process. Like, I don't like to start something I'm not finished with. I don't want to start something new and I'm still not finished here. So that's another thing, too. So, but I like things, you know, how things are sounding. The team is excited about it. They like the new music. I have new music I'm ready to record right now, but I'm like waiting on them because I'm such a fucking weirdo. So
what are you waiting on for them?
Because I told you I don't want to start something and then that's not finished. You know what I'm saying? Because if I start that, then I'm gonna run with that, and if you're not done with this, then I'm just gonna say fuck that, and then I'm gonna want to do that.
Oh my God. Oh, I love you. Oh my God.
No, real shit though.
Yeah.
You know, that's just a way of creative mind works. You know, like we just don't stand and harp on one thing too often. I don't.
Yeah.
I want to move forward. I want to move on.
We're going to keep it at that. So how can people find you?
You can find me online, AlesiaLaniMusic.com. You can find me on all social medias. You can find me on all music platforms.
Are you more active on one?
I'm not as active on Facebook, but I'm on like Instagram. Some reason I became a Twitter head.
Okay.
It's been a long time. And I really had to do a new account because my shit got hacked and they changed my email address. They changed everything in my account. So I lost all the followers I had. I had Eric's son following me. I had all these dope ass like celebrities following me. And I had to start all my shit all over. But it's okay. Follow me, Alesia Lani.
We'll put all your handles, okay?
Yes.
Amazing.
Lani Tsunami, Snapchat, all that jazz.
Are you active on Snapchat?
Low key, sometimes. Yeah, I am. Not too much, but I am. But I am on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat for sure. But Facebook, man, I don't know why.
I'm sure you have like tons of followers on there too.
Man, it's just too many apps to keep up with.
I agree.
And then they put these standards on us to do all this shit.
Do they?
Well, as far as artists, as far as branding, influencers, you know, you get it. So I gotta have X, Y, and Z apps, and I have to post once every day on these motherfuckers, or I have to do like an hour of chat or this and that and the third or whatever. How? Am I getting benefits? Am I getting full-time pay from this?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So I just try to delegate it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good people do that.
I'm more of a personable person. Social media does me no justice, I feel like.
That's why
I feel like people that like judge me off social media, you really don't know me. Don't try to clock my life by my social media.
Do you get people like that?
I feel like people be trying me. They do. And they just assume my life is like this because of what I post. And I'm like, girl, like, yeah.
They don't get it.
You really don't know me then, for real, then. Because it's not.
That's what I try to tell people. They only see like one piece of my life, especially like when I was like dating, like when I was trying to date like guys. Like I had a guy come to me this past weekend that was like,
okay, so why are you enunciating guys? Let's get real.
What do you mean?
Well, when I try to date guys, like.
What?
You date just guys or what?
Me?
Yeah.
I have just dated guys.
Okay. It's just the way you said it. It's just like, she just started dating guys or something.
Like you were saying when I used to date guys.
Oh, no, that's mezcal.
Like, right.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mezcal. That's a whole thing of mezcal that I've drank. That I'm
I
a little
just was
slow.
checking. My bad, Mom. I didn't mean to.
No, I don't have
you.
anything against like.
Oh,
I'm
no,
very,
I know
like,
you don't. I just was picking. I was being nosy.
You crack me up. No, but but I agree with you. People it's so funny too because I love women, I love men. I don't think there's anything wrong with like anyone. I don't know. Maybe that's just because I just grew up around that.
Yeah.
You know, with sports and
Yeah, me too, man.
all of that. So I've just never seen it differently. And, you know, it's just it's funny to see people that get so, I mean, even like my best friend in college, you know, she lives in San Diego and she like came out to me when she was living in San Diego. And I was like, that's who you love. You know, I can't control that. And
Right.
I don't want to control that. Like that's you. And you should love who you love. Everyone should love who they love.
Oh, I agree too.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2021. We gotta get past that bullshit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's so funny. Did I said it weird?
He sided with me.
Really?
It was just the way you expressed it. It was just like it was like either new for you or it's been a while or yeah, like
I'm gonna have to watch that back.
yeah, my gaydar came up. I was like, whoa, hold up.
No.
It's okay if you are. I just wanted to know.
No. Like I said, I'm straight. I definitely, but I like think women are beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't have anything against that.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Hey, different strokes, different folks. It's all good.
Was there anything else you'd like to tell people?
Just be on the lookout, you know, all my fans. I appreciate you guys being real patient. I'm glad you guys are making it through COVID as much as you guys can. And we're going to have a good year this year and the next year. And I feel like things are going to turn up and get better. So, yeah, I'll be on the lookout. It's weird because I usually have something to promote and I don't, just myself at this moment.
That's all you need.
I'm going through a lot of great things right now, personally and musically. So just best believe I got some great things coming. It ain't gonna take me like 5 or 8 years to do it, you know. Y'all might get some shit by the end of the year for sure.
Okay. We're gonna end on that. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate you
Thank you
taking
so
time
much.
out. Thank you so much. So we will see y'all next